Okay, good evening, everyone. You're welcome to another session on Top Club. Let me know how excited you are to be part of this session tonight. Tonight, we're talking about overcoming procrastination, and you'll be learning practical ways to take action consistently and get things done. And tonight, we have an amazing speaker, a success coach, a productivity expert in our midst. No other person than Ifeanyi Godfrey is going to be giving us and loading us with value tonight. So I want to know how excited you are. Are you ready to learn tonight? Are you ready to learn how you can overcome procrastination? And I know many people are still fighting the battle of procrastination. Okay, I was reading through, I was searching online and I discovered that an average human being, their attention span is about 8 seconds. That means when people hardly spend time at a thing for a long time before they start procrastinating or thinking of what next to do. Okay, and you can never achieve greatness. You can never do meaningful things with your life if you keep procrastinating things you need to do now. Keep pushing it forward. All right, and as purpose-driven leaders, because at Things of Purpose International, we are raising leaders, purpose-driven leaders who will create change, who are driven by vision, who are driven by purpose. You can't afford to be under the shackles of procrastination. And this night, you are going to be breaking free from it, okay? You are going to be learning practical ways that you can overcome procrastination. Why just reading through some stuff online, I saw a poem that I really love, okay? And I'll recite just 6 lines, not really a poem, a song, okay? And it's something that talks about why we should run away from procrastination. So the poem says, tired of lying in the sunshine, staying home to watch the rain. You are young and life is long, and there is time to kill today. And then one day you will find 10 years has got behind you. No one told you to when to run. You missed the starting gun. And that's it. Some people are waiting, and then in the glimpse of an eye, 10 years has gone, and they look at their life and they see they've achieved nothing. All right. So I know many young people are struggling with procrastination. Okay, they say they will do something, they will read a book, they will learn a skill, but they keep procrastinating. So tonight we'll be learning how you can overcome it, okay, and start taking action as regards your dreams and your goal. All right. So let me know if you're excited to learn tonight. Let me know. Let me share the comment section. Good evening, Miracle. Thank you for joining. And please share the link to our members on Top Club, okay, so that everyone can join. Our speaker is ready and is ready to load us with value tonight. And very quickly, although I've shared his bio, his profile on the group already, but let me just give you a glimpse of who our speaker is. So you know that you are not, the person here is not just an ordinary person, okay? It's really an expert at what he does. All right, so Ifeanyi Godfrey is an international public speaker, a certified life and personal success coach, and a digital entrepreneur. Having impacted the life of thousands of young people across Nigeria and the globe in the areas of productivity, leadership, and personal success, Ifeanyi has become the go-to person in helping you find the right spark for your destiny while achieving your goal faster than you thought possible and impacting your world. He is a certified Forbes BLK member, recognized as 100 top personal development voices on social media, featured in today's Heroes magazine, and interviewed on EBS, that is Edo Broadcasting Services. He has worked with leaders such as John Obidi, Steve Harris, Kwame Opoku. Okay, he's also the founder of Success, the Lifestyle. It's a personal development online platform that plays host to hundreds of young leaders and entrepreneurs from more than 4 different countries around the world. Are you not excited already? Okay, he's also the founder and executive director of Impact Africa Initiative, and I used to see this online. They are involved in a project called maybe Project 1000. Okay, impacting 1,000 lives. All right, across undergraduates in university with first and second edition holding in the University of Benin, Nigeria. Ifeanyi Godfrey is also a serial entrepreneur and volunteers. He is an author, coach, and leader. You see the great and mighty things he has done already. His life goal is to help many regain their personal power to create the kind of world they want to live in. And is committed to helping many break out of their self-limiting habits and lifestyle. And lastly, he is a peak productivity strategist and personal development expert, specifically helping you break procrastination, set and achieve your goals, build consistency, increase your income, and stay constantly productive. See, you see it's loaded already, all right? So you can't afford to, like, every distraction around you, just take it away. take your notepad, get ready to write, get ready to learn, and apply what you'll be learning tonight. All right. So let me welcome our speaker. So clap innovation. If you are watching the replay on anyone, clap innovation. Let's welcome our speaker, no other person than Ifeanyi Godfrey to the stage. Good
Thank
evening,
you.
sir. Thank you for coming on board tonight.
My pleasure. Can you hear me clearly?
Loud and clear, loud and clear. And we can't wait to
Awesome.
learn from you tonight. Yeah. So you can take the floor, sir.
Okay. Thank you so much. Wow. Thank you, Mr. Mordecai. I really don't take this for granted. Right? I'm also super excited to be here. Procrastination is a subject I love to talk about. It's a subject that I am also very passionate about. In my field as a life coach, I have realized that, just like you said earlier, an average human being struggles with procrastination. Funny enough, to shock you that even those who would think they are the top of their field, even those who would think they are the A players, the elite performers, the big shots in the industry, to shock you to know that many of them still struggle with procrastination, right? But the only thing is, those who are getting results, they found a way around it. Okay, so procrastination comes naturally to everyone. That's just it. I hope we have persons who are live with us here, so I can get some feedbacks and we can have some interaction. So if I'm talking, you have questions, just kindly write them down. Okay. So yeah, I want to give you a guarantee that the things you're going to be learning in the next few minutes about procrastination is not some theory I read in a book, I learned from a class or something. Yeah, I also struggled with procrastination for a very long time, and gradually I started delving into the science of self-discipline. And in that study, I began to uncover a lot of things around self-discipline, around building habits, breaking bad habits, procrastination, how to stop procrastinating, how to set goals and achieve them. Yeah, and everything around productivity, everything around becoming a better version of yourself. Okay, and I have also passed on this information to a lot of other persons. I have what I call the peak productivity challenge, where in the first and second cohort, by God's grace, I was able to help participants, my students in that program, practically break procrastination. I'm not saying something they were hoping to do. I mean, I gave them the right strategies that really worked. So let's quickly talk about procrastination. Okay, the habit of putting off what you're supposed to do now for a later day. I mean, it's a common enemy of success. Procrastination is the common enemy of success. So if you struggle with procrastination, I want you to sit down, give me a few minutes, and let me change your life. I'm not hoping I'm going to change your life. I'm not hoping the information I'm about to give you is going to change your life. Yeah. I have a guarantee that if you can apply the things I'm going to say, even if it doesn't make sense, just give it a trial. Come back and tell me 3 months from now. Okay, 3 months is too far. 21 days from now. Apply this I'm about to tell for the next 21 days. Come back and tell me that nothing changed, that you're still the same old version of you. Then I will know that maybe you didn't really do exactly what I said, or something else. Because I mean, I'm giving you something that has been tested and tried. So as much as everyone struggles with procrastination, I'm not here to give you the tips and tricks that you're used to. I am a peak productivity expert, okay? And I have mastered this thing called productivity. I've mastered many areas, both whether scientifically or otherwise, scientifically, psychologically, in any way, yeah? When it comes to breaking procrastination, when it comes to building the right habits, when it comes to setting goals and achieving them, I have mastered this thing. So if you want to learn how to break procrastination, how to set goals, how to achieve them, how to break procrastination, how to break procrastination, how to break procrastination,
Okay, I don't know if can you still hear me, everyone? I'll be sure. It seems there's an issue with Mr. Ifeanyi's network. All right, so please can you all still hear me loud and clear while we wait for him to join again? Okay, I guess it's his network. All right, so let me know if you can still hear me clearly. All right, we've been having okay, great, thank you, Mr. John. Yeah, so I guess we've been having issues with network in Nigeria recently. All right, but I'm sure we'll be joining us soon. So please, some of you still have to share this link with someone. Okay, there's someone that and you know, apart from yourself, that is still struggling with procrastination. Okay, Mr. Godfrey is going to be sharing loads of insights. Okay, just from his introduction, you already know that he's not just a productivity expert, he's a peak productivity expert. All right. So if you have to share this link with someone, share it in your status, send it to someone, you're going to gain value. All right. And as I was saying, he said many still struggle with procrastination. I remember when I was in university, the son who used to tell us that procrastination is the thief of time. Procrastination is the thief of time. You will see anyone that is achieving great thing, doing marvelous thing. There's a way, there's something they are applying to their life that's helping them break from such the old of procrastination. All right, and you to be able to do great things with your life and achieve maximum impact before you leave this world, you must be able to learn the ways, the practical ways for you to break free from procrastination. So, still, while we are still waiting for him, still let me know how excited you are, and please share this link with someone that you know that needs to be here. Okay, let's flow this place. Share it with someone. Share it on your status. Share it online. Share it. Just send it to someone. Okay, so that they can all be a part of tonight's session. All right. And some of you have not notepad yet. Do well to get your notepad quickly and get set to learn. All right. So I guess it's still the network issue. All right. Give me a few seconds. Okay. Okay, great. Our speaker is back. Yeah, so I'll be bringing live again. All right.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you loud and clear.
Oh my, so I don't really know. I mean,
Network.
MTN, it is well. Okay, so I'm loud and clear, yeah? You all can hear me. So let's continue. I just hope MTN will allow us to do what we want to do. Awesome. So procrastination, yeah? We're just going to be having a conversation. I really didn't prepare notes for this. Yeah, thank you, Sandra. All right. So where was I? Where was I? Well, I'll just continue from anywhere. Okay, so talking about procrastination, yeah. So a lot of people, an average person struggles with procrastination. What I just want to do this evening is to give you, yeah, I was talking about the fact that I'm not here to share with you some tips and tricks about procrastination. The popular things you know, the things you can find on Google, the things you can find on popular books, yeah, that you have read. Many of you here have read books like um, what's the name of this book? Atomic Habits, yeah, and a couple of other books around habit, procrastination, and all of that. You know, No Excuse by Ann Tracy. Some of you might have read some of those books, but yet, guess what? Your village people said no. Procrastination will still tie your leg. Okay, guess what? A deliverer is here. If you can listen to me and apply what I'm about to tell you, I want to cut you off from the rope that your village people used to tie your leg and dragging you back every time you make a decision to take action. Yeah. So you wake up every morning and you know you have a lot of things to do. You know you have goals you want to achieve. Yeah. You're really not satisfied with the results you're having. I'm trying to describe the life of an average person. and you fall into this bracket one way or the other. Let's assume you're not a 9 to 5 worker. Let's assume you're just maybe a fresh graduate from campus. So you don't have anything taking you out of the house early in the morning. So you have the time to decide what you want to do, what you don't want to do, and all of that. All right. So you wake up every morning, and then here you are. You have things you want to do. I'll come to those of you who are busy, either as an entrepreneur or an employee. So you're thinking and just worrying and obsessing about the things you want to do, the life you wish you would be living. How I wish I had more money. How I wish I could make more money from this business. How I wish I could be doing this. How I wish I could be doing that. Yeah. And you want to write a book. You bought a course. You've not gone through that course. You started a book. You've not finished the book. All of those things, all of those common things that we procrastinate. You want to work out and you're waking up. You just woke up and you're stressing over working out and all of those things. Now, back to those of you who have very busy days. Of course, you just have to report at work. Why? Your salary is at stake. Sure. Okay. So you wake up in the morning and you go to work, and all through the day, yeah, you do work, but at the same time, you know this is not all you're supposed to be doing. Okay. You come back from work, you have some personal things to do. You're tired, but you still have things you want to do. You still have personal goals you want to pursue, because I'm really not going to be working this job for the rest of my life. And it's too risky in this part of the world. If you're in Nigeria, if you're not listening to this from Nigeria, wherever you're listening to, in fact, as a matter of fact, it applies to anyone in any part of the world. It's risky for you to put all your eggs in a paid employment. I mean, your boss can fire you anytime, right? So you're not in super control of that. Anything can happen. And if you fall victim of that, I mean, the job is gone and you have to start your life all over again. Okay. So how then do you bring yourself to that place where you can tell yourself, this is what I want to do, and you get yourself doing it? You ready? Now, I used to tell my students that when you procrastinate, you postpone your success to a future that is not guaranteed. I'll say that again. When you procrastinate, you're postponing your future. You're postponing your success. You're postponing your success to a future that is not guaranteed. Procrastination is not just the thief of time. Procrastination is the thief of life. Whatever is stealing your time is stealing your life. Because your time equates your life. Whatever you're giving your time to, you're giving your life to. That's simply what it is. Okay? Whatever you're giving your time to, you're giving your life to that thing. So the most important factor that you need to be cautious of is what you're doing with your time. Okay? But tonight we're not really talking about time management. Let's talk about how to deal with procrastination. So now this is what you need to know about procrastination. Procrastination is not about what you want to do. We're getting into the heat of the session. Please pay attention. Leave that thing that is distracting you right now. Because if you can break procrastination in your life, you will become unstoppable. If you can defeat procrastination in your life, I will say this again, you will become unstoppable. So right now, I want to give you something that can make you unstoppable. Yeah? All right. Procrastination is not necessarily about the goals you set, about the things you want to do, and you're not able to do them. Procrastination is not about the things you wish to do. I wish I could do this. I wish I could do that. I wish I could do this. Blah, 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 blah. It's not about activity. Okay? Because that's what you're obsessed over. I want to do this. I wish I could be doing this. I want to read a book. I want to achieve this goal. I want to get this thing done. And all of those things. That's not what makes you procrastinate. That's not what really procrastination is about. 97% of our actions is controlled by our subconscious mind. I'll say that again. 97% of what we do daily is controlled by our subconscious mind. So listen, it's not the goal that you set that controls your habits. No. Yeah, your goals don't control your habits. Telling yourself you're going to do something is not a guarantee you're going to do it. We all know that already. So New Year resolutions, setting the goals, writing it down, planning it, that's all that you've learned over the years when it comes to dealing with procrastination. They will tell you, write it down, break it into smaller chunks, yeah, set a deadline to it, which is not bad as well, yeah, and have an accountability partner. What are those tips and tricks you've heard about breaking procrastination and achieving your goals? Come on, give them to me if you know them, yeah. And all of those things, they tell you, write it down, do this to it, set a deadline, measurable goal, attainable goal, blah. I'm not saying they are bad, but here is it. They will not work if you have not fixed the root cause of procrastination. Those things are just basically external factors you need to use to enhance your habits, your actions. But if you don't fix the root cause of procrastination, guess what? You keep writing goals down. How many have you written down? How many have you done? Yeah, talk back to me. How many have you set a deadline? How many did you achieve? How many books have you decided you're going to read and you started but you did not finish? Talk to me, come on. Yeah? Should I call your names? How many goals have you set? How many courses have you bought? You did not read it. How many PDFs have you downloaded in your phone? Yeah, I caught you right there. But you finished the whole movie. Come on, over and over again. You finished the whole series. You can binge watch Netflix and all right, let's leave that. Okay, so here is it. I shouldn't mention names. All right, that's good. All right, so but here's the thing. The root cause of procrastination is this. 97% of the things you do daily is automatic, is programmed. Your subconscious mind is unconscious. So here's the thing. Here's what happens. Whenever you tell yourself you want to do something, guess what happens? You don't know that you already have what is called a paradigm. You already have what is called a default. This is how you've been for the past 20 years of your life. Let's assume you're 20 years old. Fine, maybe you're 30. Problem. This is how you've been for the past 30 years of your life. Yeah? You've been living this pattern of life. You've not been this person who is disciplined. You've not been this person who is, prone to getting things done. Then you just wake up one morning because you attended one personal development conference, you read one book, you stumbled on one video, you attended one masterclass, and they tell you can do it, you can get it done. I believe in you, I trust in you, and all of those things spoils those energy, those motivation, blah blah blah. Motivation don't last. We all know this already. You don't depend on motivation. Yeah. So scrap motivation. Motivation is for the weak. Write it down. Jot things down. Motivation is for the weak. If you're waiting for motivation for you to get the things you need to do done, then you are not ready. Absolutely. You're not ready. Okay? So, I'm not even going to go into motivation at all. There's a whole lot I would have said about that, but I'm not going to that. Okay? So here is it. When you tell yourself you want to do something, you don't know. Because if you knew, you wouldn't have been struggling with procrastination up till now. So you don't know that thing you set out to do is not what's the word? It does not resonate, yeah, with your present default. Follow me carefully. That thing you've set out to do, that thing you've promised yourself you want to do. Okay, I want to read 2 books every month. For example, I do 2 books every month. Yeah, I've been doing that for the past 3 years. 2 books every month. So now you've not been doing 1 book in a year. A whole year. You've not finished 1 book, 1 self-help book or spiritual book, 1 whole year. Then you wake up one morning because you heard that Bushi Tebenwayo or Steve Harris or somebody, I read 5 books in a year, in a month, and you're like, oh, if you want to be successful, you have to read 5 books in a month. And boom, you quickly went to the nearest bookstore, you bought 5 books, and you're ready to go. Guess what? You are working against your programming. Now that's where procrastination comes in. Simple. No matter how excited you are about the goal, no matter how motivated you are about the action, about that particular thing, guess what? If that thing you want to do is not programmed into your subconscious mind, you will procrastinate on it. I give you 101% bet you will procrastinate. The only reason why you will not procrastinate, if there's an external factor, if there's an external factor that places it on, that places a demand and makes it compulsory for you to read, for you to do that thing. An external factor that brings in the motivation, that brings the discipline. For example, oh, your exam is in 2 days. We all know, we all fail for this one way or the other, except you're that badass A student who usually reads before the beginning of the semester. But if you're not, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah? 1 week to exam, and because the exam is here, guess what? You begin to look for where the materials are. You're looking for where the textbooks are. And then you're doing, fire brigade approach. And you want to quickly read up everything so you can pass your exams. Now, so maybe you have an interview tomorrow. You have something you need to do tomorrow. Now, once there's an external factor, it's just like you wake up in the morning. For those of you who are busy employees, you don't feel like going to work. You feel tired. But because you know your salary is at stake, external factor. Because if you don't report at work today, yeah? So what happens? You have to go against how you feel and what? Get it done. Prepare and go to work. Simple. But when there is no external factor, when it has to be you to decide and get yourself to do it, here is what you need to know. You have a default. You have a programming. And if you have not understood how to get things, so what I'm sharing with, I didn't come here tonight to give you some motivation. Yeah, preach on, ride on, sir. I can hear you and inspire you and motivate you, and you go and return back to your default. That's not why I'm here. So that's I'm not going to be. You're not going to be getting all of those. No. I want to give you a practical and guaranteed formula. So follow me carefully. So you have a default, and I need to show you exactly how to change your default. If you can change your programming, that's all. It's not a big deal. No, it's not a big deal. If you can change your programming so that whenever you tell yourself you want to do something, you know how to get that particular goal, action. You know how to get it into your default. You know how to program it into your mind, your subconscious mind. Guess what? You will always achieve that goal 100% of the time. So here's the thing. Why do you tell yourself, I'm going to read the book? But you, for example, yeah, let's just use that for example. I'm going to read this book. You wake up in the morning, you are seeing the book staring at you, but you're still glued on your bed. You just can't get it done. And before you know it, what happens? You pick up your phone, you're scrolling through social media, and hours and hours and hours and hours and hours is going past. And before you know it, it's midday, and maybe you need to go take a bath, you need to go do something else. And just while you just, okay, let me just sit in the parlor for a few minutes, and then you've turned on the TV and just want to take a walk. And by the time you're back, the day is gone, you didn't achieve anything. What simply happened to you is that despite you told yourself you're going to do something, you will always fall back to your default. That's it. Okay? So your actions is simply a reflection of your default. I'll say that again. If you want to know what is your default, what is programmed in your default, when I'm talking about your default, I'm talking about the information in your subconscious mind. Yeah? What has been programmed in yours? We have the mind, we have the conscious and the subconscious mind. And I said it earlier that 97% of your actions is programmed into your subconscious mind. It's controlled by your subconscious mind. So when you don't understand how to reprogram your subconscious mind, you keep falling victim of procrastination. You keep falling victim of telling yourself what you want to do and not being able to do it. So the simple question you should be asking me right now is, sir, how then do I get what I want to do into my subconscious mind so that it becomes a programming? That's it. That's it. So yeah, when I started off telling myself I'm going to read 2 books every month, come on, I didn't do 2 books every month at the beginning. Yeah, I think like the first year, I struggled with that, really struggled. Yeah, the times I went for like a whole month, 2 months, and I've not really, maybe I just, skimmed through the pages of a book here and there until I started learning how to what? Reprogram my subconscious mind. When I learned how to do that, I realized that every time I tell myself I want to do something, the next information that comes into my mind is, this thing you want to do, you have to find a way to send it as an information into your subconscious mind. Follow me carefully. And once you have done that, see what happens. Let me show you a secret. Let me share a secret with you. I usually share this for only my paid masterclass students and my coaching clients. But I'm going to share the secret with you right now. Right now. Listen up, guys. When you listen to all these productivity coaches, personal development coaches, and you watch YouTube videos online on personal development and all of those things, and they tell you, get it done, get it done, get it done. Do you notice that they always say something about do it whether you feel like it or not? Yeah? Do I have some witnesses? Right? They'll tell you, if you must be successful, you don't have to wait for the days you feel like it. You have to do it whether you feel like it or not. Yeah? When they tell you that, guess what? They are telling you on the other side that the days you feel like doing it, you will what? Do it without having any restraint, without having any resistance. Is that correct? The day you feel like it, the day you wake up and you feel motivated, you feel inspired, you feel like doing it, there's no restraint. Yeah, you just do it. Now, but there are days you will wake up, you don't feel like it. Follow me now. There are days you wake up, you don't feel like doing it. Now, they are trying to tell you that those days you wake up and you don't feel like it, those are the real days you need to find a way to get it done. But my take here now is it possible for you to understand how to control your feelings? Hello? So that if you can control your feelings, you can get yourself to feel like it every day. Yeah. Are you with me? So here is it. You want to do something. There are days you feel like doing it. You obviously do it that very day. Yeah? And you do it fine and good. No resistance. And all. But there are days you wake up, you don't feel like doing it. Meaning that one way or the other, your feelings is in control. Yeah. Yeah. When it comes to taking action, guess what? Your feelings play a major role. How you feel plays a major role. Your emotional state of being every point in time, when you tell yourself you want to do something, plays a key role in that particular thing, if you will be able to do it or not. So what you need to learn how to do is how to control your feelings. If you know how to control your feeling, guess what? It means that you can control your actions. That's it. Yeah. That's it. You can control your actions. So when I wake up in the morning, I don't feel like it, but I know how to trick my body. I know how to trick my mind to feel like doing it. What happens? I'm in control here. So it means that the days I don't do it, I choose not to do it, because even if I don't feel like it, I know how to get myself to do it. Yeah. Now, that's the secret to breaking procrastination. And guess what? Whenever an information registers in your subconscious mind, your subconscious mind sends that information to your body as a feeling. I'll say that again. Follow me. Whenever an information registers in your subconscious mind sends that information to your body as an emotion, as a feeling. Okay? So, when you keep feeling like, I didn't get this done, so I procrastinate, and there's now this feeling of anxiety, because you know that if I have to be successful in life, I need to read books, I need to be able to take up courses and get them done, I need to be able to stay productive, and then you're not doing those things. Something is happening. There is going to be an overwhelming feeling of anxiety or fear within you, and when that continues, something happens. You become programmed. You become programmed to always feel anxious. You become programmed to always have anxiety and fear. And anxiety and fear always will lead you to a place of procrastination. The easiest way people snap out of the feeling of fear and anxiety is to procrastinate. And what do? They easily fall back to something that is familiar, something that is easy, something that is fun, because that's what your brain likes. Simple. Your brain likes something that is easy, fun, and familiar. Because your brain is the laziest thing in the world. Have you heard that before? Yeah? So, yeah, I had to study on the brain as well and everything. Your brain is the laziest thing in the world. Your brain wants it easy. That's it. Your brain will never go for the hard thing. Nope. Yeah? So that's why human beings can easily fall for scam. Why? You tell me, if I put 5K now, in the next 1 hour, I'm getting 1 million. Boom! We fall for it. So if you've heard that there are 5 steps to get this result, and someone else comes and tells you there are now 3 steps. If I show you, if you do these 3 steps, now you will get that same result. Automatically, your brain will default to something that is easy, straight. That's the natural state of human beings. That's the natural state of your brain. Your brain wants it so easy. Okay. So what happens is when you tell yourself you're going to do something, follow me now. When you tell yourself you're going to do something, that if that information has not been programmed into your subconscious mind, if you have not programmed into your subconscious mind, your body will rarely feel like it. Rarely feel like it. You will rarely feel like doing it. You rarely have the motivation to do it, because whatever information your body, your mind, your subconscious mind sends to your body, that's exactly the motivation. That's what you're going to do. I mean, if your subconscious mind sends an anxious or feeling, yeah, you're going to respond that way. Whatever information you're getting from your subconscious mind determines your response. That's it. Okay, so if you've told yourself you're going to do something, and that particular action or that particular thing you have not programmed into your subconscious mind, you keep struggling to do it. Why? Listen, I think I said this earlier. Your habits, your actions is a report card. yeah, of what has been programmed in your subconscious mind. That's it. Your actions is only an outward, an outward display of what had already been programmed in your subconscious mind. So if you want to know your default, check your actions. If you're not doing the things you say you want to do, it means that that particular thing you say you want to do is not in your default setting. It's not in your subconscious mind. It has not been programmed. And the simplest and easiest way to get something programmed into your subconscious mind. Now, it is part of meditation, but it's not fully what meditation is. But it's part of meditation. There are two things. One is visualization, and two is affirmations. Two things. If you get these two things, you will break procrastination. Visualization and affirmation. So this is what I do. This is how I was able to break procrastination for life. This is how my students have been able to break procrastination as well. Now, this is it. Your brain, like I said, wants to always do the thing that is fun, that is easy, and it is familiar with. Okay? That's what your brain always wants to do. Now, your subconscious mind is like your default setting. That's your subconscious mind. Your subconscious mind is your default. If you want to know how a person operates, if you want to know what's going on in the mind of, the Bible says that a man thinks in his mind, in his heart, so he is. That heart there is the word, the root word means subconscious mind. Okay? The root word for the word heart is subconscious mind. As a man thinks in his heart, in his mind, so he is. Yeah? You cannot see a successful man share with you the principles of success without first of all talking about your mindset. When he talks about your mindset, he's talking about your default, which is your what? Your subconscious mind. He will tell you once you can get it right in your mindset, once you have the right mindset towards it, every other thing we play around it, every other thing will work out. What they are simply referring to is what information do you have in your subconscious mind? Because if you can have the right information in your subconscious mind, something happens. Your action has no fault, has no option. Your action is a slave to your subconscious mind. Your body is a slave to your subconscious mind. So whatever you find yourself doing every day is simply what has been programmed in your subconscious mind. That's it. And you can get addicted to it even though you don't like it. Yeah, actually. Why? It is a default. So if you want to change it, you don't change it by complaining, by being angry, by just nagging and all of those things. No, that's not how you change it. You change it by simply learning how to reprogram your subconscious mind. That's all. And the easiest and fastest way to do this is simple. If you tell yourself you're going to do something, let's use the book reading for example. Yeah. Now, if you tell yourself you're going to read a book, practically, the question you should be asking yourself is, why do I need to read the book? Please write this down. The first thing is why. Why do you need to do this? I want to start working out every day. Why? Why should I do it? Once you can find the reason why you have to take that action, okay? Once you have a convincing why, as many reasons as you can find. Oh, I need to read books because I'm a life coach and I need to have information I can deliver to people. I need to read books because I need to broaden my scope of reasoning, of thought, of comprehension. I need to read books because books are boxes of treasures. I can learn a whole lot. I can fast track my success by leaning on the shoulders of those who have what? Or those who have gone ahead of me. Do you understand that? So when you can come up with as many reasons as possible. Now, when you have come up with those reasons, the next thing you need to do is simple. You need to take the next few days. Now, this is easy. This is very easy. You need to take the next few days. A minimum of 21 days. A minimum of 21 days. And visualize for just 10 minutes every day. Bro, come on, 10 minutes. Just 10 minutes every day. Visualize. Just 10 minutes every day. Just visualize. What you're going to be doing, listen, when you're visualizing is you're gradually going to be registering a new information into your subconscious mind. Because how does information get into your subconscious mind? It's through repetition. Through repetition. Yeah? When you do something over and over again, when an information comes to you over and over again, subconsciously, it becomes your default. Default. Okay? So what most of us want to do is we think that we can change our default by applying some force, some pressure. Oh, you've not been working out. And then you just wake up one morning and maybe because you got an information about why you need to work out and blah, blah, blah. And you just decide that, okay, from today, I'm going to be working out 1 hour every day. It may not work. You will find yourself that after the next 2 days, you begin to what? You begin to default. Okay? So what you want to do is, at least before you get your body, listen, your body is a slave to your mind. Whatever you want your body to do consistently, if it has not been programmed in your mind, you will procrastinate. So the first place to get it right is not in trying to do the action. The first place to get it right is becoming it first in your mind. I will say that again. The first place you need to get it right is not in trying to do the action. The first place to get it right is in becoming first. If you can become the person that does that particular thing in your mind, guess what? You will do it. That's how it works. That's how it works. And how do you become the person? Close your eyes. Find a quiet time, preferably early hours of the morning, late hours at night. 10 minutes minimum. Now, I meditate minimum of 30 minutes every day. If you've been my student, either you've been in the Peak Productivity Challenge or you've been my coaching student, there's no how I've not taught you. At least I've taught you on I've taught you the full everything about meditation. Yeah. So, but I'm not teaching on meditation today. But visualization and affirmation is part of meditation. And when you get these two things, you will obviously break procrastination. Listen now. So you close your eyes and you imagine yourself becoming the person that you want to be. Okay? In the sense, I have to read books because I want to become this person. Reading these books or taking up this online course helps me become this person. Who is that person? Become that person in your mind. That's it. Okay. So the reason why I have to work out every day, okay, is because I want to be healthy at old age. I don't want to get to a point in my life and begin to have some unnecessary illness here and there. I want to be strong. I want to be able to do this and that, whatever it is. Imagine the end result of doing that action. That's it. Listen, I had my best result in school in my 300 level. My best result in school in my 300 level. Okay? Because at that time, I started learning about how to break procrastination. Of course, I procrastinate about reading and preparing for exams and all. But when I started learning about how to procrastinate, something happened. This is it. I would sit down and I would imagine myself being that student that has A's in all his courses. So I'll close my eyes and I would imagine. And I would see and I'll ask myself, what would it look like if I passed all my courses? Who would I be? How would I carry myself? What would happen? Just imagine as many things as possible if that goal has already been achieved. Send that information into your subconscious mind. And while you're doing this, you're going to begin to experience some emotional reaction. Yeah. You're going to experience some emotional reaction. Sometimes you begin to see yourself smiling. Allow yourself to smile. Sometimes you see yourself laughing. Allow yourself to laugh. Sometimes you see yourself crying if it demands that. Allow yourself to cry. Just allow the emotions flow. Do you know why? Your subconscious mind sends every information registered there into your body as what? As an emotion, as a feeling. Remember what I talked about earlier. If you feel like it, you will do it. Do you understand? So if you can hack your feelings, then you can always get yourself to take actions. You see? So when you're imagining, what you're doing is you are releasing everything, the emotions that is necessary for you to be able to take the action. Simple. That's what you're doing. You are reprogramming yourself, because before now you don't used to feel like the person who wants to do that thing. Why do you want to take that online course? That online course that you have bought, you've not finished for the past 1 year. Why do you need to finish that online course? Can you sit down, do away with every distraction, take 10 minutes, and imagine that you're done with that online course? Imagine the impact of that online course in your career, in the things you want to do. Imagine the impact of it. When you sit down and you do that, okay, you sit quietly and you just visualize it. You close your eyes. When you do this consistently, what you're going to notice is that your brain will begin to associate familiarity with that particular action. Yeah. Your brain will begin to gradually get used to that action. Do you know why? Finally, as I round up, listen. Your mind does not know the difference between an action that is done physically, an experience that you're having physically, and an imagined experience, actually. And this is scientifically, psychologically proven. There's a lot of experiment on this, that your mind, okay, does not know the difference between an action that you just imagined and an action that you do physically. So it simply means that in your subconscious mind, when you are visualizing something, it associates the same emotions that it would associate with that thing if you were actually doing that thing physically. Yeah. You know, that's why Jesus Christ said that you don't need to sleep with a woman in your room for you to have committed fornication. You know, Jesus Christ said, if you only have thoughts of it, it's the same thing as doing it. That's what exactly it means. As a man thinks in his heart, so he is. That's simply what it means. So it means that when you are visualizing something, your mind, your reality captures it as though you are already doing that thing. And when you can imagine that thing consistently, guess what? Your actions will become a slave to whatever becomes a programming in your mind. Let me tell you the secret you don't know. The secret you don't know is that every action you took started from your mind. Every action you took right now, you first of all what? Conceived it here. You first of all thought about it. Even before nobody wakes up and go and steal. No, before the person went to steal, the person has stolen here. Nobody wakes up and does anything. Before you take action, that action has been concluded here, one way or the other. So everything you do has first of all been what? Concluded here. So that's why when you're visualizing, what you're doing is you are deceiving your body to think that you are already doing that action. And then, do you know what you're now doing? You now create pictures of the end product, the end goal of that action. So what are the benefits of me doing this thing? You imagine it. You imagine. Are you with me? Are you guys still here? So you imagine it. And what you now need to do in the same process of imagination, when you're done with visualization, yeah, what you need to do is also do some affirmations. Affirmations are powerful. Learn to talk to yourself. There is no greater voice you hear than your voice. No greater voice. No, the most powerful voice you hear, you listen to, is your voice. That's the most powerful voice that has an influence over you is your voice. Okay? So now, when you do this consistently, I repeat, your brain will begin to get used to it. Your brain will no longer see that thing as something strange. Remember, your brain likes what is what? Familiar, easy, and fun. Sharp. Yeah? So when you begin to visualize that particular action, your brain begins to gradually adjust to that action being something you are familiar to and something you like, because you are also imagining yourself having the results. Do you see that now of that action? So you are seeing, so for example, I'm seeing myself delivering here. Before I was invited here by Mr. Mordecai, I have imagined that I'm going to have speaking engagements. I have imagined it already, that tomorrow somebody is going to invite me somewhere to come and speak on procrastination. What am I going to say? I need to read books. I need to study. Do you get? So when I imagine the future self, when I imagine my future self, when I keep my future self in my mind, something happens. It will compel me to take the action now that resonates with my future self. So the reason why you procrastinate is because you don't constantly keep your future self in your mind. You only just tell yourself, I'm going to do this. You've not settled, you are not conscious of why you have to do it. Remember, you have to be conscious of why you need to do it. Why you need to do it is not something you just think about and that's it. No, you need to write it down. What have you procrastinated on? Someone should tell me. Let me just maybe use one person as a case study. Anybody, please quickly type. What is one thing you've been procrastinating on? I'll just do that and then we'll call it a day. Anybody, type for me. What's one thing you've been procrastinating on? I'm going to show you exactly how to break out of that procrastination. And I'm giving you 21 days. Come back and tell me that you're still procrastinating on that thing. Come on. Who is with me? Anybody? Type one thing you have told yourself you're going to do, but your village people use a rope and tied your leg, and they always pull you back, and you keep procrastinating. Praying. Beautiful. Exactly. So here is it. So this is when it comes to praying, yeah, you need to understand this. Everything I have been saying is exactly what I'm going to also be telling you right now. Why do you need to pray? Listen, why you need to pray should not just be something that you heard in church. Should not just be something that your pastor told you. Should not, maybe you heard it from your pastor, but you need to reaffirm it to yourself. It shouldn't be something you know what they call a passing thought. A passing thought is just passed through my mind. I need to pray because I don't want the devil to cut my head off. Or I need to pray because prayer. They say prayer is powerful for a Christian. A prayerless Christian is a powerless Christian. So that's why I need to pray. You are whining yourself. You are joking with yourself. No, take a pen and paper and settle and ask yourself, why do I need to engage prayers in my life? Be intentional about it, because that why is exactly what you need to program in your subconscious mind. That's the motivation you're looking for. Okay? So when you write down exactly what that, as many as possible, and if it's too much, try and narrow it down. At least have 3-4 reasons. At least 3-4 reasons. But don't make it too much. Just have a few powerful reasons why you need to do that particular thing. Okay? Now, when you've written that thing down, take out 10 minutes every day. If you don't have 10 minutes in a day, you don't have a life. If you don't have 10 minutes to yourself every day, you don't have a life. 10 minutes that you just sit down and you're in control. 10 minutes where you don't have any distractions. I wish I can go into distraction. My God. 10 minutes where no distractions, you have yourself to yourself. I mean, the whole of yourself. You have your attention. If you don't have that 10 minutes, whether it's in the afternoon, in the night, early hours of the morning, the midnight, anytime at all, then you don't have a life. So you need to carve out 10 minutes any time of the day. Sit down, look at those reasons, go over it over and over again. Remember, repetition. This is how God helped me break out of an addiction of 13 years. For those of you who don't know my story, I was addicted to porn and masturbation for 13 good years, for over a decade. Yeah? And it was all what was going on here. When I found out that my action will always fall prey of what the information in my subconscious mind, I stopped focusing on my action and I started focusing on what? Reprogramming my subconscious mind. Because once I can reprogram my subconscious mind, guess what? My action will always be a slave to what is in my mind. That's all. Do you get the point? Good. So when you've written down the things you need to do, say to take 10 minutes. See, don't focus on I am not praying, because that's the problem. You focus on the action that you are not doing. And when you focus on the action you're not doing, guess what happens? You will begin to have anxiety of why am I procrastinating? Because you begin to see yourself as a procrastinator. You have the habit of procrastinating. You are not a procrastinator. So when you're focusing on your habits and you are not doing the things you want to do, you will begin to have that anxiety, that self-sabotage of I'm just a failure. You know, those things begin to come to your mind. I cannot just get myself to do what I want to do. You begin to whisper those negative things to your head. And guess what happens? If you do that long enough, that's the information that will be settled in your subconscious mind. And that is the emotions that will keep being reaffirmed in your body, and that's how you will keep feeling, and that's exactly what you will keep doing. You will keep not you will still not be able to do the action. That's it. I don't know if you get my point. I want to pray. I tell myself I'm going to pray 1 hour every day because I defaulted today, because I could not pray that 1 hour today. Yeah, I know I've short my time, but because I could not pray that 1 hour today, and I begin to feel like I'm a failure. I begin to feel like I'm disappointing God. I'm disappointing my generation. I am, those self-defeating thoughts and words. You begin to say it to yourself. You begin to feel bad. You begin to feel disappointed with yourself. When you're doing those things, you are sending that information to your mind. And when you're sending that information to your mind, it will keep creating and releasing those emotions, those feelings into your body. That's simply what's going to be happening. And when that keeps happening, you keep feeling disappointed. If you keep feeling disappointed, guess what happens? You keep procrastinating. So this is what you do. Even though you find out that you were not able to do the action today, take 10 minutes. For me, I do about 30 minutes every day, but just take 10 minutes. Imagine yourself being who you are going to be, yeah, if you are now a very prayerful person. So imagine yourself being a very prayerful person. What would your life look like? What would your life look like? You want to reaffirm, remember, it is about becoming it in your mind, and then you will do it. It's not about doing it. No, you don't do to become. You become to do. Are you with me? You don't do to become. You first of all become, and then you do. And how do you become? Visualization. Yeah? Yeah? So when you have done, just try it. Do it for the next 21 days. Just don't rush. Don't be in a hurry. Make sure you don't have any distractions. Just visualize yourself praying. Visualize yourself praying and imagine the result of prayer, of the prayers. Okay? Imagine God speaking to you in the place of prayer. Imagine applying what God said and you're getting results in your life. Just imagine that. And when you're done, stand up and just go about your day. Okay? Go about your day. Yeah. And no, I'm not saying you shouldn't pray that day too. Of course, pray. Yeah? But here is the thing. Even if you don't find yourself doing the action at that point, focus on the imagination of doing it and becoming the person that does it. Don't focus on the feeling of not doing it and being disappointed with yourself, because that's the emotion you're going to just keep reaffirming. Whatever you focus on expands. Whatever you focus on grows. If you focus on I feel disappointed, I was not able to do what I said I'm going to do, guess what? You keep reaffirming that reality. But if you focus on, despite I was not able to do it, but yet I'm a person who prays, I am disciplined in my prayer life, that's where affirmation comes in. Are you getting my point now? That's where affirmation comes in. And then you allow those affirmations to come out of you. You say those positive things, and you feel like the person who is prayerful. Yeah. When you allow yourself to create that feeling over and over again, guess what? Gradually, your brain will begin to associate familiarity with that action. So now you've understood. This is the psychological part of breaking out of procrastination. The other part of it quickly is now making sure you have a deadline, or whatever it is you want to do. Set a deadline, okay? Or give yourself a time frame. Every day I'm going to read 1 hour, and then, okay, I'm going to finish 2 books in a month. Make sure you have a deadline to everything you want to do. Because when you have been able to program it in your subconscious mind, then all of these other tips and tricks that you'll be hearing, that you read in books, set smart goals, make sure it is what again? Measurable, attainable, blah, blah, blah. All those things. Prioritize your goals. Set a deadline to it. Do all of those things. Make sure they're all part of it. So you've told yourself you're going to read a book. Make sure you know how many books you're reading in a day, how many pages you're doing in a day, what time of the day you're going to read, and how many books you're doing in a month, and all of those things. Just make sure you have all of that as well, okay? And then you are on your way to breaking out of procrastination. And then this is how it works. When you are able to build self-discipline with one habit, it has a ripple effect, okay? When you're able to build self-discipline with one habit, it has a ripple effect over other habits, over other areas of your life. Yeah. So if you can build self-discipline with one habit and you are conscious of that, you can easily replicate it in other areas. I know I short my time already. Okay. So do I still have time to take questions? Oh my God. Mr. Mordecai, are you still here?
I didn't want you to stop. Oh, I want you to continue. I want you to continue. Wow, this
Oh
is
my.
incredible. My head has actually exploded here. Well done, sir. Well done.
Thank you. Thank you. Do we have time to take questions?
Do you have question? Please. Do anybody have question? If you have a question, just put it in the comment section. Even just if just a question. If you have a question, just put it in the comment section. And let me know how you have been transformed by this. Like my notes are already full. Let me see 1 page, 2 page, 3 pages. Okay, 1, 2, 3 pages. Okay. I must go back to read this again and also watch this replay again. So if you have a question, drop it for our speaker before he leaves. Okay, like this is marvelous. Thank you so much, sir. Like this is great. This is great. So I'm going to do a recap of what you just said, but drop your question. Okay, so they are asking. Okay, someone's asking for your social media handles. All right. So just use the opportunity, to tell them, like, if you have a product they can read to help them more. I know about your 21 days challenge, and also how they can connect with you online. You can just please share, sir.
I have a free course on procrastination. So let me say, okay, let me just give you guys my WhatsApp number: 081 842 911 25. I go again: 081 842 911 25. So that's my WhatsApp number. Just send me hi on WhatsApp from top. Things on purpose. Yeah, I'll send you the link to my free course on procrastination. And then the peak productivity challenge is not on now, but it will be on by next month. So if you're also from top and you want to register for the peak productivity challenge, sure, registration for the peak productivity challenge is 15,000 naira. But I'm going to give a discount to everyone from top to pay 10,000 naira to be part of peak productivity challenge. So when you send a DM on WhatsApp, once the peak productivity challenge is up, you're going to see it everywhere. It will be everywhere on my social media handles. So just let me know. So I want to register for the peak productivity challenge. I'm from Things on Purpose, and then I would give you a discount of 10,000. Yeah.
Wow.
So,
thank you so much, sir. Thank you.
And then my social media handle, Ifeanyi Godfrey. I mean, everywhere. Ifeanyi Godfrey. You will just see the productivity god. Once you've seen that productivity god, just know that's me. Ifeanyi Godfrey on Instagram, Facebook, X, LinkedIn. Once you've seen productivity god, then that's me. Ifeanyi Godfrey. So
great. So someone's asking a question here, although you've answered already during the course of the session, but maybe you just reiterate it again, right?
Okay.
The question is asking.
Okay.
You've answered it,
How
but
do one overcome the habit of setting up smart goals and still not following them? Okay, yeah, exactly. So smart goals comes after being able to understand how to reprogram your mind. Okay, so that's why it has not been working. It has not been working all the while because you have been dealing with an external factor. Smart goals, those things are external, yeah. The root cause of procrastination is your subconscious mind. Okay, so you keep defaulting with your smart goals if you're still operating in your old programming, your old default. Okay, so if those that particular goal that you're applying the smart goal system, okay, so you want to do this particular thing and you're making it what again, measurable, attainable, and blah blah blah. If that particular goal you've not been able to program it into your subconscious mind, no matter how smart you want it to be, you're not going to achieve the goal. You're still going to find yourself procrastinating. Okay, so before you apply the whole smart stuff, like I said, write down the goal. Yeah, write down why you need to achieve the goal. Okay, when you write down why you need to achieve the goal, take 10 minutes every day to visualize the goal already achieved. Visualize yourself, your future self already achieving that goal. Who are you if that goal have already been achieved? That's it. When your mind is directly connected to who you are, when the goal has already been achieved, that means you are becoming the goal. You're already becoming it. It's so easy to do it when you are becoming when you've become it in your mind. It's so easy to do it when you have become it in your mind. Are you with me? So it's difficult for you to follow through the whole. I mean, it's not today. We all know about smart goals now, setting smart goals. We all know a lot of tips and tricks here and there that they've shared with you about setting goals. Write it down, break it down, set the deadline, have an accountability partner, blah, blah, blah. You can see that on Google. You can see that on lots of books. But hardly did they tell you that 97% of your habit is controlled by your subconscious mind. And this is the thing. You cannot achieve much if you don't know how to influence your subconscious mind. Go and ask anybody, quote me anywhere. You cannot achieve much in your life. That's why Atomic Habit, what's his name again? James Clear said something. James Clear said, we don't rise to the level of our goals, we fall to the level of our systems. We don't rise to the level. That means when you set a goal, yeah, no matter how high that goal is, no matter how inspiring that goal is, if that goal does not fall within the framework of your system, a system is a default, something that is guaranteed to produce result. And do you know what is guaranteed to produce result? What is programmed in your subconscious mind. So if you don't know how to get your goals programmed into your subconscious mind is like the system that you need to ensure that the goals you have set, you're going to achieve them. So that's what I usually do. So before I go about, when you set a goal and you find out you're not able to follow through with that goal, it's a feedback that, hey, this goal is not it's not programmed in your subconscious mind. It's as simple as that. You have not become it in your mind. That's why you're finding it difficult to go after the goal. Do you get the point? So instead of obsessing about, I couldn't do it today, I couldn't do it yesterday, I'm just a failure, I feel disappointed with myself, what kind of life am I even living, blah, 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 blah. Instead of obsessing about all of that, take 10 minutes at least and close your eyes and imagine yourself having achieved the goal, the person you are now that you have achieved the goal. Deceive your mind that you have already done it, that you have already become successful in that goal. When you keep doing that, you begin to release the emotions into your body. And when you release that emotions into your body, I'm giving you a guarantee. Yeah, a guarantee that your actions will always be a slave to your mind. Yeah.
Powerful. I'm sure you've gotten the right or the best answer peculiar. Okay, thank you so much for even down further again. And I really appreciate you coming tonight to share from your
My
wealth
pleasure.
of knowledge. Yeah, like
My
so
pleasure.
the breakdown of what Mr. Ifeanyi so far is that before it all starts with your subconscious mind first, okay? If you have not become something, you can't do that thing. So just think about the task you'll be procrastinating on. Think about become like today. I started gymming, go to the gym on last Saturday. Because of tonight's session, I was thinking that Monica, I don't go to the gym again. At least there's a good reason for not going because you get tired by the time you come back. But because I've built it in my mind, I've already visualized myself as Cristiano Ronaldo body, like I've imagined Cristiano Ronaldo body. I have seen myself, the benefits as a life
Yeah.
coach. I've seen myself. If I'm speaking to people and they say I'm fit myself, okay, like it's
Yeah.
past a good message. So I've visualized. So even though I don't feel like, to be sincere, I went around 6 o'clock because I forced myself that Mordecai, you feel so. I get what you are saying. You must first become it. Then when you become it, it's not easier to do it. Okay, so
Yeah.
please, what is the powerful secret? He didn't just tell you about the tactics and tricks. He talked about the psychology behind it. Okay, and I believe you are going to come back again to watch the replay so you can really apply it. And please don't procrastinate on what you just learned. That is what the most dangerous thing. You just learn. Don't procrastinate on what you just learned. If not, let me catch you. Okay, you are purpose-driven leaders. I said you are a leader. People are watching you. People are inspired by what you do.
Yeah.
That's even enough. Having it in the
Yeah.
conscious mind that you're a leader. People are watching you. People are inspired by what you do. Can push you to take action. So please let me appreciate our speaker. Let me just give him a clapping, standing ovation. Okay, send your hug, send everything. Okay, he has really impacted us tonight. All right, and don't forget you can connect with him across all social media channels. Ifeanyi Godfrey, and also connect with him on WhatsApp so you can gain access to his upcoming challenge and also get access to his book and courses and so on and so forth. So once again, please thank and please you must follow him, okay? And if you have the opportunity, leave a comment in his post and just thank him for coming tonight to share from his wealth of knowledge. Okay, I don't want you to stop. Okay, he's not tired, he's on fire. I know you guys are maybe tired, but he's not tired. I mean, I'm not tired of learning from him, all right? So, but we'll have to call it a night today, okay? And I know you have been inspired, you've been blessed by tonight's session. Please, beyond learning, think about what you can start doing, what you need to stop doing, and what you can start doing, okay? And come back with your testimony and we'll be able to share it, all right? So thank you all once again for joining tonight and do well to join us again in April for our next session on Top Law. And till then, do have a great night rest. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.